Hello and welcome to Sweet Truth. Today I've got two bubbly guests. We haven't stopped chatting to be fair, but we're going to start again now. We're here to talk about a range of different topics today, give some advice and let you know in general what it actually is like to be a model and how we actually got into, being a model. So let's start and introduce our guests. We'll start here actually for once. So, hello, Beth.
Hello, I'm Beth. I'm a model. I've been doing it for like 2 years now.
Oh, fab.
I never know how long I've been doing it. But yeah, just doing that. I used to work alongside it, but now I'm just modelling solely. Yeah, it's fun. Enjoyable.
Fabulous.
Hi, I'm Carmen. I'm a model and I also do beauty as well, just to keep money, and I like doing a little side hobby on the side of that. So yeah, that's what I do.
Fabulous. You've just recently been on TV as well, haven't you? I've got to talk about it because I just loved the series.
I know how you messaged me on Instagram. When are you coming on?
I know.
But yeah, I did TV. Like I got messaged on Facebook, and this guy asked me to be a date. I was on the TV show The By Life. Sorry, another thing. Do you look at the camera or no?
You can look at the camera. You can look anywhere.
Sorry. So I was on The By Life, got approached on Facebook, and they asked me to be a dater at first, and I was actually like, oh well, I am bisexual, can I just go on it as the main cast? And they were like, we'll see what we can do. So that's why I ended up going in episode 6, because they'd already cast and they was already filming, and so I flew out. I had 24 hours to pack my bags and get on a plane, basically, because I didn't even know what was going to happen. It was literally a week from when I got casted to then when I was on the plane and I was there.
Oh my God.
So I was filming for 2 weeks. Each episode takes 3 days to film, so they all condense it down. It takes 3 days. I know, it's mad. But yeah, it was really, really enjoyable, really good experience. Like, I met some amazing people there as well. Obviously, I'm still single, but hey ho. But yeah, I learnt a lot there, and doing TV is a good thing, really, because it makes you be honest. Like, when I went on it, I just thought to myself, honest is best policy. I was like that anyway, but it just makes you more open, and you've got to tell people how you feel about them ASAP. Do you know what I mean? So it made me be very open and very honest, like, from it. Yeah.
It seemed very intense, to be fair, because it was a dating show, and like obviously you were like sort of stuck in like a love triangle.
Oh, it was the worst, honestly.
And yeah, like I was feeling for you a little bit.
Honestly, it was so hard towards the end, because obviously it's a guy and a girl, and they all both have amazing qualities. So making that decision, like, it wasn't necessarily like we made the decision, but I did actually end up dating both of them when I came off the show, just to like, I know, and then like it just didn't work. Like, I dated her, but they both knew the situation. Like, I was honest, and I said, look, I don't know what I want, like, but then I dated him and then realised that, like, I'm not really as into guys as I am girls right now, so dated Leonie, and I just realised that she wasn't really for me. Like, the more you get to know someone after a month, I feel like that's the period, the cut-off point, do you know what I mean? Like, you just know after a month, and both of them weren't for me, so I did the right thing.
Is it awkward when you see them, like, do you have to do press or anything for it, or do you never really
we did press a bit after it, and I did see her, but I'd literally spent about 3 hours on the phone apologising, because like that's how long it took, like, for me to apologise, and I got upset, and I think she knew that how hard it was for me, and then that's when she was like, actually she's not just being horrible, she's being legit. So then she ended up, like, we were fine after that. I don't really speak to her anymore, to be fair. Like, but it's what it is. I'm just civil, do you know what I mean?
I feel like it's such a good opportunity as well, with you being a model, to actually show that you're a person, because like models are often just seen
this
as, like,
is the main reason people. Like, it wasn't really like to find love. It was more to do with like me going on there and expressing my personality, because people are quite shocked when they meet me, because they don't expect me to be who I am, because I am pretty disgusting. I'm very open about everything, like stuff that you shouldn't be open about. I've got no filter. So when I went on that, like, it was able for me to express the way that the person I am, because people think models have no personality, and we get categorised and we think that we're full of ourselves, but really when you think about it, we're not. There's so much more head things that go on behind closed doors.
That sort of shocked me. It's like when I started modelling, I thought all the girls were going to be like dead catty and like bitchy, but like the most lovely people I've ever met.
Exactly.
And I think it's like, I don't want to sound bad, but like it's because like you sort of you're not insecure, but like you're sort of quite confident in yourself, so like you don't want to bring other people down or anything like that, because you're just like happy, I guess.
I know what you mean.
I'm not saying that modelling makes you happy or whatever, but like you tend to meet more people who are like happy within themselves, I think. And it shows, like, because everyone's really nice and it's not.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's hard as well, like, when someone's like telling you that you're not good enough as well when you go to a casting, because people just think you walk in and they think it's glamorous. They think when you're just walking the door, you're like, here's my book, blah blah blah, they're like, you have the best job ever. But when you think about it, the amount of time that you've got to work on yourself as well, because you've got to tell yourself you're good enough, you've got to fill your cup up on your own, do you know what I mean? Because you'll go in there, you're like, oh, you're too big for this job. Like, people say how it is there, and you get, like, when you look through your book, you're not a person anymore, you're just a mannequin.
Yeah.
And that's what people don't realise that we actually have to go through as well.
Definitely. I watched this thing online, and it was like a famous, I forgot which model it was, but like she's like really successful model, and she did a TED talk. And she was just like, most of the time, like when girls say to me, like, I want to be a model, I always ask them, like, are you sure?
Yeah.
Like, do you not want to be a brain surgeon? Do you want to be a doctor? Do you want to be anything else? Like, because really, like, being a model, it's not what it's cracked. Yeah.
Not you just got to be on call all the time. You've got to be available all the time for the last minute jobs that come up in the hour as well. Like, it's very hard to pin another job down as well as doing modelling.
Yeah, definitely.
It's a lifestyle. It's not just a job.
I always say that to my friends as well, because I always think, like, oh, your job's so glamorous. And it's like, you don't understand. Most of the time, I'm just, like, sat in my room waiting to get a job. And it's like, it's like a long thing to go through. It's like, it's not as easy as you just sign and you take off. Like, obviously for some people it is, and that's great. But it's a lot of, like, hard work and, like, like, as you said, telling yourself you're good enough, and, like, realising that not every brand is going to be for you. And
it's a lifestyle, sort of isn't it?
Yeah,
like,
definitely.
Yeah, because sometimes you've got to pick and choose whether, do you want to go on that night out and ruin your skin for the job on Monday or Tuesday, or do you want to eat that, can you eat that cream cake today because you're not had, do you know what I mean? Like, there's little things like that that you've got to introduce into your life to have a structure and, like, be not restrictive, but you need to kind of watch what you're doing, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It proper affects your life. I think, like, I have a different type of respect now, I think, for football players, and this is a bit controversial, and, you know, people say, like, doctors should be paid more and things like that. Definitely, like, I'll never dispute the fact that doctors shouldn't be paid more.
Yeah.
I think everyone agrees, you know, the NHS strikes and everything
Yeah.
But I have a respect for football players and athletes, because they do have to take on a lifestyle, you know. It's over 20 hours, like, a week exercising. I mean, could you imagine that?
I can't even do a 30-minute class, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've done celiac in my hit training at 30 minutes in and out of the gym.
My personal trainer just sees me every single session just, like, lying on the floor.
Honestly,
like,
I'm done.
I can't do this. But yeah, like, it's like a proper lifestyle, and it's very similar to, well, like, I'm not going to say obviously the very different jobs, but like that, modelling isn't just turning up on set and then posing for a couple of pictures. It's not.
And I think what's so interesting when you start, like, no one teaches you how to be a model. Like,
I know.
Like,
no, literally.
I went to a shoot and I was like, what, like, how do I pose? I remember my first casting. I don't know if you were there. Was it the Foot Asylum casting? It was like a dead swanky casting.
Oh
it had,
my
like,
God, I think I was.
Food and Prosecco everywhere, and I was like, is this what it's like? And I was literally like, it was amazing. And then I was like watching everyone, because it was like in that 5-4 studios with the balcony, and you're watching over. So I was like watching everyone like do their poses, and like that is the only thing I could go off as to, like, what to do. Like, I had no clue, and it's like, you learn quickly, because it's just like dancing or
like,
whatever,
I thought the biggest thing for me is I just looked panicked in my eyes. Like, literally, I used to just look panicked.
Yeah.
Like,
I still do.
Like, honestly, I look at myself and I'm like, what's that expression? But the best advice I'd say as well to learn yourself is posing in the mirror. I know it sounds stupid, but looking at your angles, looking at your face, looking at your structure, doing a few expressions, like, learning to smile. It's like the thing that my mum told me, because my mum used to model, so that's the reason why I sort of did it. But basically, she used to say, recreate scenarios in your head, real scenarios. If you want to look sad, if you've been through a sad time, think about it in your head. Or if you want to look like you're moody, sultry, think of that time, or think of a person that you fancy, do you know what I mean? So you're smiling into the camera. Yeah. Because your brain does a lot, it's powerful, innit? So if you channel that, then it'll come across on the photo. Yeah. Definitely.
That is a top tip for that.
That is.
Yeah, and like angles of your body and stuff in underwear and whatever, that's just like learning and pictures, and then when you get photos back, you're like, oh, this doesn't work, that doesn't work. Like, you need to obviously make them mistakes to learn that doesn't look right on your body.
Yeah, definitely.
It is a lot of trial and error, isn't it, really? I feel like that's what I learned.
Yeah,
definitely. No, because you get some back, and also light. People don't think, you think that the shoot might be quite crap, but it's a lighting as well. I think it's a lighting ain't right. you don't like the pictures, I think. It's technically for me. So important.
I think when you start as well, you've got all these amazing ideas. Like, I'm going to do a shoot and it's going to be like this. And then you do it and you're like,
oh my God.
What?
Oh, you waste the whole day. You waste the whole day and you're like, what have I just done?
I always had in my head, like, oh my God, when I start modelling, my dream shoot is like to do it in a diner and like have like roller skates and like
and then you do it and you're like, what the hell?
Like, I've never done that, but now that is like my worst nightmare. I think that would be so cheesy.
Drinking you, milkshake with
yeah, literally.
Oh my God, I did one like that and like literally look back at it now and I'm like, what the hell? But when I did it, I was like, oh, I'm so amazing. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's just one of them.
Yeah, it's like your alter egos as well. It's another tip, like channel your alter ego, depending on the shoot.
Yeah.
Like, definitely just think, what would it be like? Or if you're on a night out and you're like dead weird and energetic, just be like, I'll be like this today.
I think you learn so much through it all. Like, I think my knowledge of modelling in the fashion industry is so different to not only when I first started, but probably like a couple of months ago as well. Like, things can change so rapidly.
Yeah, definitely.
And that's like a big thing. I think a lot of people get stuck and think, oh, like nothing's happening and whatever. And you sort of hope for that like overnight success.
You know when
it's law of attraction though, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask you then. You know when you got your big campaign, like have you been like manifesting it? Like have you been thinking about that, or did it just happen?
I actually hadn't, you know.
Haven't you?
I manifested the TV thing.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I definitely manifested that, and that's why it happened.
Because I always think that like if I just keep manifesting, like it'll happen, but you just prove my theory wrong.
I do.
You need to keep trying. You do need to keep trying. Sometimes it isn't. Sometimes it's just luck in it.
Yeah, I do think it works though. Like if you're thinking positively and putting that out there, then, and also like say if you were thinking this is definitely going to happen, then you're walking into like interviews or maybe like I don't know what you had, but like the process there, and you're more confident and you're sort of like, I can do
what
this.
Your energy you put out, you receive back.
Yeah,
definitely.
And I think that's definitely come through before, where like I remember a beauty shoot actually just recently, and I said to mum like, oh, they want to see me like the day before, and then they're going to choose some models, and then whoever they choose from that day will go on to the campaign. And I was a bit like nervous because this is funny, but like funny enough, like I feel like I crack sometimes under pressure.
Oh, I do.
Like competitiveness.
Yeah.
Is a bit like, I put on a front where I'm like, I'm fine. Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
But like low key, I'm thinking, oh, I've got to like compete sort of with people, and I hate that.
Yeah, like on shoots, I'm not gonna lie, like up until recently, when I'm on set, I know I'm not fat, but I always feel big.
Yeah.
And I know it sounds stupid, but I always feel big, and my little head is going off when I'm on set. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, like it's driving me insane.
Yeah.
Because I'm thinking, oh, do I even look nice? Like, do I suit this makeup? Like, that's the sort of stuff that goes through my head when I'm on set. When I'm off set, don't get it.
Yeah. But you know what?
It's anxiety.
Do you know what I think is so interesting about that is like,
You would
as
never be
like
able to
a person who wasn't a model and they look at models on Instagram and they think, oh, those girls must be so confident in themselves.
Yeah.
And most people you speak to have got some sort of insecurity, and it's like, it's nice, I guess, for everyone to know, like, everyone is insecure and not everyone's got like
it's normal.
the best. Do you know what I mean? Even you could be beautiful, but like you just said, you feel big.
It comes onto your relationships, though, I think. Because I think my relationships has definitely suffered in the past due to my insecurities from this industry. Mm-hmm. I think it definitely does leave you with scars, and it always will scar you, because you'll always be thinking a bit, do you know what I mean? You'll have these little thoughts in your head, because one little thing someone could say to you in a casting could stick with you forever, do you know what I mean? About you not being, so it's things that people don't realise as well, like if you did a normal job, and it's the money thing, it's like constantly trying to keep that in as well, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Like it's hard, it's so hard.
It's like, I do a lot of like financial planning, so I'm sort of like, okay, like can I afford this? And I'll write a list of things that I need to pay for, and like sort of like, you know, because I know like I've got direct debits coming out and things like that, and you have to sort of, I plan in advance now, because I never want to be in a position like I used to be, where I'd be like, no jobs this
month.
month.
Your last month. Yeah, exactly. Like you do need to watch.
But like you say, like what I was saying before was, I went on a beauty shoot and my mum was like, I mean, you've done it before, like it's just like, it's a beauty shoot, so just show your beauty. And I was like, Mum, it's not as easy as that. And she's like, come on, I mean, you've got clear skin and that's what they always like you for in beauty and this. So I was like, all right, whatever. And then I go on and I was like, actually, yeah. And then I think it's like how you feel as well in the day. Yeah. And because I was with me, like one of like my closest friends that day, and she was doing makeup, and I'm like, and then she's like, oh, you look gorgeous. And then we go on, and then I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna do it. And then you look at a picture and you're like, oh, I actually can
you
do
love
it.
it, yeah.
And then you carry on, you're like, no, I can do this. And it's like reinforcement. And then before you know it, you get the job and you're like, yes. And I think that's what it is. Like, you've got to believe in yourself, but remind yourself as well that you're capable of it.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, unless you were just saying, like, the vibe, I reckon, like, the vibe on shoots as well, definitely, like,
yeah, it's the team that you're with. I
changes.
think it's the team that you're with as well sometimes, because you can turn up to a job, right, and literally be like, oh, I'm going to have the best day ever today because I'm with amazing people.
Yeah.
You go to some jobs, you're like, I want to go home at ASAP.
And no one's talking and it's
like,
dead awkward and you're
I
just
think
like...
e-com is the most draining and hardest modelling job ever.
Yeah.
So people think, oh yeah, you're on the website of this, whatever. But I think it's so hard.
It's a very hard
It's
job.
a long day. Like, we're on our feet all the time. Everyone thinks it's dead easy.
In heels.
Like in heels. 9-5 in heels. Did they realise we have to have hot baths every day?
I didn't even think of me being in heels, just because, like, you're constantly changing your outfit and you're changing your heels and stuff. But then at the end of the day, and your feet are killing, you're like,
no,
I've been in heels.
I know
I've got
straight
bone
away.
problems in my feet now.
Yeah, I know straight away because my feet are big, so I'm getting squeezed into small shoes
what
all
foot are
day.
you?
7.
Me too.
And
they give you a 5 and you're
Yeah,
like...
I know. No, literally, like, I remember wearing Air Force in Germany and it was like size 4 shoes.
What size are you?
Size 7.
Oh my god.
But I'm like, okay, the trainers and like me, I could just feel my toes like peeling under. Oh, it was horrible.
Yeah, one of my friends did a Gola campaign and she was like a size 7. She had to put size 4s on.
It's crazy.
For the whole day, she was like, if you can squeeze into these, you have the job.
Literally. Oh my god.
I always, to be fair, I've got size 5s, so I'm lucky.
Yeah.
So like when I put a size 7 on, I went on a catwalk and I had size 7s on and it fell off me during the catwalk. I walked down. Luckily it was only a uni show, but my shoe just went.
What did you do?
I was just like, I had to style it out.
Was it a heel?
I had to like just pick it up and walk.
Oh my god.
That's funny. That's so funny.
Yeah, I do have a bit, like, I always think I wish I had smaller feet because I feel like sometimes that would just make life a lot easier. But just to clarify anyway, before, anyone who doesn't know what e-com is, because we mention e-com a lot.
Yeah.
And you know what? I went in modelling for a long time without knowing what people were talking about when they said e-com.
Yeah, loads of people actually ask that, don't they?
So what is e-com? E-com is...
E-commerce, fast fashion.
Like...
Online
so, like,
web.
Misguided Pretty Little Thing, like, to have their websites and then...
Yeah, so when you're
loads
online...
of clothes.
Yeah, online shopping and you're looking at, like, your whole page of clothes, you'll see Beth or Carmen and they're wearing different outfits.
Basically,
and they've probably done that in the whole day. Yeah.
70 outfit change, run it off.
Whereas, like, a campaign or something like that, or, like, a lookbook, it's so much more fun, because, like...
See, I don't really do much e-com, so I'm more of that side.
Yeah. It's so more chill, like, you're just, like... You don't really have to do much, like, you're just chilling.
Yeah, like... Yeah.
10 outfits, cool, like, love that.
Yeah, so when I do e-com, I'm like, oh my god, I don't know how I feel. And I do it in Germany as well, and they're very efficient, the Germans, so I'm like, I've got to be quick, I've got to be quick. You might be wondering where this amazing place is. We're at the home of Dirty Disco, the online female-led vintage store focused on sustainability. Use code SWEET20 to bag yourself 20% off. I can respect models so much for doing e-com. That is a hard job.
Yeah, definitely.
Wow. But they say, like, Victoria's Secret models as well, they train, like, harder than athletes during like before the show.
I think they don't eat pasta. I've seen an article saying that they don't eat pasta or something, and then everyone just kicked off like, why are you not eating pasta?
I saw that.
People think carbs are really bad for you and that, but they actually aren't.
No,
like, they're not. You need them, because if you end up having them after you've not had them for ages, you end up eating more of it.
Yeah, of course.
I think if you're eating healthy, like if you're eating a healthy, balanced diet, no matter what your body type is, like, as long as you're healthy, that's all that should matter. Which obviously it isn't now, because like we live in a world where like Instagram's everywhere and their waist is this big and their thighs are this big, but like... But
also people edit the pictures so much on Instagram. Honestly, I'm not joking.
I wish everyone would just stop, so like we could just be like, do you know what? My body, my waist literally goes like that.
It's another thing, yeah. People think, I think with the Instagram, it's so bad for your mental health, like it's in like, you want to look like this, you want to look like that. Everyone's getting stuff done because they're constantly looking at unrealistic things. Like working in the beauty industry, I've seen a lot of people that on social media come in without makeup on, because obviously you do when you're having treatments done, and you get to see what they look like stripped back, and they are edited, a lot of them. We're not going to lie, like, not in a bad way, but some of them I couldn't even recognise, do you know what I mean? So it's not like, they still look beautiful, but they're just different. And you just see how much smoothing goes on the skin and that, but people view that photo and think, like, I want to look like that, but really it's just all edits.
It's a shame sometimes though, isn't it? Because a lot of them are like really gorgeous girls as well. Yeah. But I think it's just a different type of beauty that they sort of value.
Yeah. It's that almost like unreal looking at, like, everyone looks so amazing. It's like, it's nice, but it's not real, is it? Like, it's just
not real,
yeah.
Let's get into like the proper stuff then. How did you become a model then, Carmen? We'll start with you.
You know what, it was a long time ago now. So I'm nearly 22. I started when I was 14.
Wow.
So basically...
That is crazy.
It's so long.
I just want to deep that 8 years. Like, I have a sister that old and you've been doing modelling that long.
Yeah. So basically, Sam and Jess, who owns your door, they put an advert out on Twitter a while ago, and they were like, they used to own a vintage company called Your Door Vintage, and it was in Prestwich. Yeah, so basically, a lot of people are shocked when I tell them, because I've known Sam and Jess since I was 14. They were the ones that actually made me model. Okay. They taught me how to model, they taught me how to pose, they taught me everything, honestly. Really? Yeah, so basically, I worked in their vintage shop every Saturday. And they started using me for the campaigns and stuff. But obviously I did it unpaid because I did it as a hobby. I was just like, obviously I don't want to be a model. Like, I'm just doing it for fun, for good pics. When I had no eyebrows. But really bad. But anyway, like, so I started doing that. And then loads of uni students were adding me on Facebook and approaching me about shoots because I was posting the photos on Facebook. So I started doing loads of uni shoots unpaid as well. So then when I got to a good stand, I was like, actually, I can make money out of this. So then after that, Sam and Jess was like, we're thinking about setting up an agency. Would you like to be involved? So I was one of like the first girl to be signed on the books of your door. So it was like, there's literally 5 girls on the board, and like, I think there weren't any guys then. And then it took ages. I was getting like 100 quid, and then it started going up and up and up. Yeah. Then I applied to Boss online. Then I got signed by Boss. Was with Boss for a few years. Got signed in London with Nevs for a couple of months. Came back, went to Nemesis, had a boob job, like, and then went back to. Then Jador messaged me when I was going to Nemesis, asking me like, what made you leave? Like, was catching up with me, and then I was like, if it doesn't work out, then I'll consider, coming back. Anyway, I ended up back there, so obviously now I'm with Jador, and then obviously now we're signed in London, but. Been a long time.
Yeah. See, I didn't know all that. I thought, like, because, you did the HG brows, and obviously you got with Jador after that again. I just thought that was it. I didn't know you like.
Yeah, but the reason why I obviously did the beauty thing is because obviously it's hit and miss, isn't it? So I always recommend you having a backup plan or a little part-time job on the side. Yeah. So you're not solely the brow campaign. Yeah. Well, this is another story in itself. When I was transitioning from Nemesis back to Jador, I was a freelance for a couple of weeks. Right. And I inquired about the course, and then I got chatting to the guy on the phone and business head over it. I was just like, well, why don't we swap services? So this course is like 1,800 quid, and I just did it in exchange for a shoot. So that's how I got the course. God. So you get all your kit included, and that's how I ended up doing the HD brow thing. So she don't get it, but yeah. So I was just thinking business headed at the time, and they were like, of course, yeah. Rang me 5 minutes later, and I was like buzzing.
I feel like skill.
And now I've got a skill. I've got my whole kit, like the perks.
Yeah. I feel like we're learning a lot from you today, Carmen. Like, another top tip: don't ask, don't get.
Yeah, you don't ask, you don't get. That is that is literally my motto. Like,
literally, that is such a massive thing, because people say to me sometimes, like, oh, do you get things for free? And like, no, you don't really get things for free, like when you shoot and things. But if you ask sometimes, they do.
I DM companies me and get free calls, because I just like, because obviously I'm not getting enough followers to be getting paid. I literally just say, would you like to gifts for promotional posts? Yeah, because then hand in hand, do you know what I mean? It probably cost them about £2 because the clothes are cheap anyway, so I'm like,
you'll see lots of new promotional
posts. There you go, guys. That's the top tip.
This brand.
You've got to be cheeky, haven't you? Do you know what I mean? In this day and age.
You do.
Literally. No, you've got to proper back yourself as well. That's another, like, proper top tip, I would say. Because people always say, like, oh, how did you do this? How did you do this, Paris? And I'm like, back yourself.
Yeah, definitely.
Sometimes I talk and I have like conversations with my own agencies, and I say, do you know what? I think I would fit in with that brand. I'm not going to blow my own trumpet. But
Yeah,
I know
of course, you've got to.
that I sort of, and people will say to me, oh, I could see you there. Or someone might say, oh, I thought that was you on like a Superdrug
push you for
poster.
this,
And then I'm like, okay, well, why don't I go and see if I can model for them? And then I model for them. So then it just happens.
Another thing to cover as well, you have to have a good relationship with your agency or you're not going to work. If you treat your agency bad, they're obviously not going to get you the job. So it's having a good relationship with your agency as well.
Yeah, definitely. How did you get scouted? Did you get scouted?
Yeah, I got scouted. So I wanted to do modelling for ages. Like, I'd always thought about it. And when I was younger, I was with an agency, which I basically, like, I was like, I don't know, maybe like 14, 15. And I'd like paid for a shoot. By the way, if anyone ever asks you like £500 to pay for a shoot, no, like that's a scam.
No.
That's a scam. Okay, but I did that. Signed with an agency, didn't hear anything from them. So I just sort of thought like, whatever, that's that. And then J'adore scouted me on Instagram like 2 years ago, and then I'm just with J'adore now. It's fun. But I've done like test shoots and that before.
Yeah.
J'adore scouted me. Just like photographers would message me and say like, would you like to shoot? And like, obviously because I was interested in modelling, I was like, yeah, of course. And that's how it happened.
How did you like make sure that was like, you know, this sounds dead like mum, like, but how did you make sure like that was safe and things like that?
Well, that's the thing. Like, I think that's the thing with all those models, especially when I started and I was like 17 maybe. And like, you'd be going to random places, meeting with a random photographer. I remember my mum would always be a bit like, do you know where you're going? Like, are you sure? Like, you know who you're meeting and stuff. And I think if they've got like a reputable Instagram and like they look like they're doing well, and obviously like it's all right.
Also, it's very small, the community in Manchester. I think everyone knows everyone, and if your mate shot with him, I used to ask if you like, what's he like or what's she like as a photographer. You just ask your mates, don't you, as well, before you go into the job.
Yeah.
That is good. I think with Instagram, there's always that fear, isn't there? Because everything's going online, that you shouldn't really meet strangers in real life and things like that.
But public places as well.
At the same time, Instagram means that you can look on and it says mutual followers, and if there's like over 100 mutual followers, you're thinking, I think this person's quite legit. They've shot with 5 of my friends.
Yeah, I mean, you know,
they must be all right.
And as you were saying, like the industry, like in Manchester, is so small that like I feel like if you were gonna do something, it will get around so fast.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
And anyone who's done anything bad,
oh god,
no. But people who've done bad things, it goes.
Do you remember that list that went around as well?
Yeah, that was quite crazy.
Yeah, we've seen about that before. When like all the photographers got put on it, didn't they? Like who were being like sexually like trying to harass girls and stuff. Which I think like some male photographers, and obviously there's lots of amazing male photographers, but sometimes if I'm on a male photographer's Instagram and all I see is like nude photos of girls, I'm always a bit wary.
Yeah,
just because I'm like, is that the only reason you've got into photography? Because if so, like I'm not interested.
But to be fair, everyone thinks he's creepy, but he's literally the nicest person and loves his girlfriend. So it's like,
it's just
sometimes
like
you get that.
Yeah.
It's sometimes just people's different ways of life, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
No, definitely.
But I think we're going to wrap it up there. We've had a good chat. Thanks so much for coming.
Thank you.
It's been such a laugh.
Yeah.
But thank you, and thanks for watching.
Thank you. Bye. I mean, like, bye.
So therefore, I'm going to be 100 with you and tell you really what it was.
It just got real.